For what, Caden?
For Masters of the Universe unboxing.
Unboxing how many?
We are unboxing
1,
2, 4, 6, 6.
2, 4, 6. So we are going to go through. We normally do these just as one, and we do one each. But we're going to make a big, massive one because I'm getting tired of not being able to open these and play with them. So.
Or today's a special day.
Or today's a special day. That is true. All right, we have 1 good guy and 5 bad guys, girl. So what we are going to do is we're going to start with the good guy first. So who we have first is Stratos, our very furry winged human.
Friend.
All right, so Stratos comes with instructions.
Oh, let's see these.
Which have not removable parts.
Oh.
All right, so that's interesting.
I like him.
I like that his head's a removable part. Is there another head?
You can play bad guy with
We
him.
do not have it. Also, a new calendar, a new comic for things, a character we may be seeing here shortly. So Stratos. Stratos is one of the original toys. Oh, Lord Almighty, there's things.
Oh,
So Stratos is a heroic guy who
he was very good.
He was very good at flying. He is the head, I think, of the bird people, which
is he a real human or is he a human mix or something?
This character, as far as I'm concerned, and people may poo-poo me, was the Masters of the Universe's version of Sean Connery.
He looks exactly like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
I don't think so.
Maybe he is.
He is not. All right, Miss Rebecca, you have a look at him.
So he flies with a jetpack.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because they're called the bird people.
But he's not actually a bird. He looks kind of like an ape or something.
He does kind of look like an ape.
Because he has 5 fingers.
And the other weird part is that he comes with these two, Stella.
Wings?
Comes with wings. So here's the back of Stratos's box while they're having a look. Pretty cool concept art there. Leader of the heroic bird people of the Avion, Stratos watches over Eternia from high in the sky. Okay? So now, one of the things that is wonky, we have a blue backpack already, and this one's red that we have, so that's cool. Alright, so let's see. We have these. Pass them down, Stella. You had to look at him?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's do this. Let's put on his wings and see how he looks. Alright, so here's his wings. Let's get kind of a close-up of him here. Does look good, I think. Has very manly chest hair. Has hairy feet. And then these feet are plain. Stella, what's one thing you notice?
Can I show you? Because I don't know what it's called.
Okay, can you describe it a little bit while I'm showing the figure?
So, he has a lot of articulation and his waist moves in a full circle.
Does move in a full circle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Miss Rebecca, what's one thing you notice about him?
I can't remember if his colors match the original or not.
Well, the thing is about the original, everything is, he's a lighter gray, but the big thing about him and with collectors was some of these came blue, some of these came red. And some of these came blue and some of these came red. So
is that still a thing?
It's still a thing. I mean, it seems to me, and me personally, I think the red wings are the original and the blue backpack is the original. Want to know why? Because that's the one I had as a kid. So that's really the only reason why. Caden, 0 out of 10, what do you give him?
I didn't tell you what I liked about him.
Okay, what do you like about him?
He is very realistic.
Okay, cool. What's your score?
6.5.
6.5. Stella.
Me?
Are you Stella?
Yes.
Okay.
7.
7. Miss Rebecca.
A 5.
A 5. Okay. So we start off low. I am going to do this on purpose. We are going to go from some of the, I think, weaker to the strongest. Next up, we are all evil now. We have Evil Merman. Merman. Lurking in the darkest depths of the ocean, Merman awaits Skeletor's order to attack Eternia's surface world. So, Merman is an essential bad. Oh, wait, we have instructions.
This is the next wave, isn't it?
No, this is still part of the first.
Huh.
Yes, Stella.
There's a new comic.
There is a new comic. Merman is essentially, who's the DC guy? He has a movie.
Merman?
No, the DC guy.
Aquaman?
Aquaman. He's essentially a bad Aquaman. All right. Now, this head is very representative of the cartoon. Caden, you can have a look at that first. Pass it down. We got to go fast on this, girls, because we're going to have a 5-hour video here. Especially if I can't undo this plastic piece. There we go. And we have his kind of sawbone barnacled sword. Alright. So, Merman was kind of a big dumb. Kind of a... they're all kind of dumb, really, the bad guys. I mean, they were all, not many of them were smart. But Merman is just, he's an underwater guy. It's kind of one of the worst guys to play with, because if you don't have water, he's kind of useless, and he was pretty useless in the cartoon. I will say this is the first one that we've seen with kind of the bright, I don't think those were the colors of the original figure. I could be wrong.
I don't think it was either.
All right, Stella, what do you rank Merman 0 to 10?
Probably a 6.5.
6.5. Miss Rebecca.
I rate him a little higher, a 6, because I like his colors.
Okay.
First off, he looks like an owl.
Okay.
And I rate him a 7.
7. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna go. This one will be a little bit nifty. So this is one of the hardest to find characters complete in the original toy line. Okay. So this is also one that came out towards the end of all the runs, and this is when certain turtles with ninjas and stuff were starting to maybe come alive. And
so why is he hard to find in the original? Does he have like lots of pieces?
There are a ton of pieces, and also back then they were not making as many of them. So
Gotcha.
So at this time, this is where all the hard ones, and you're going to see another one here shortly, comes out to where Ninjor, which is his name, Ninjor,
very original,
very He-Man-ish, and also I cannot remember, and I'm sure somebody will poo-poo me, but I do not believe he ever made a cartoon appearance. If he did, very brief. So here is Ninjor. I mean, this is on the cusp of maybe not even the Ninja Turtles, but like Chuck Norris had some figures. Karate Kid and stuff was out. So I just think this was just a random guy to have, because Ninjor uses uncanny stealth abilities to spy and surprise the attackers of the heroes of Eternia. So now the one thing about Ninjor back in the day is that his cloak, his little outfit, he was, it was cloth.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So he was cloth. Oh, got a nunchuck. Those were the 3 things that he came with: a sword, some nunchucks, and a bow and arrow. Which is pretty cool. Here's the back of Ninjor's stuff. He also came with instructions that I don't understand.
I do like that he has holders on his outfit.
So on the back, he can have this. Go in here.
Why doesn't he have his little staff? Daddy.
Well, I don't know. We'd have to read that comic to see. Maybe that's something special. So he does.
That's awesome.
He does have a spot to hold his stuff, and then can hold
The bow and
his
arrow.
bow and arrow
That's really cool.
I believe, as such. So, does have a lot of cool things, weaponry and whatnot to come with it. Again, just like anything else, it's just black or it's just gray. I do wish there may have been black or red, since that's what they were using. Caden, what's one thing you noticed about Ninjor?
I love that he can hold his holders and.
Okay, that's one. Stella?
His like cloaky thingy that goes over his skin.
Yes.
It looks like I was looking really close and there's like this little thing that you can attach off of it.
Okay.
Take it off.
Miss Rebecca?
He has the same foot sculpt as Merman.
That is a very, very normal foot sculpt. They are either the boots or He-Man.
It's like dinosaur feet.
Skeletor has the three-toed thing.
Yeah.
The next one, actually, the next two that we're getting ready to do will also have that. So that's kind of
Cool.
an interesting thing about it. I'm going to set this one up here. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
I think we're good. All right. Next up is one of the evil villains. This one is kind of a deluxe version, but we have Hordak that is Buzzsaw. Now, this was a Father's Day gift. This was a very good one. I was very appreciative of this. I will say the funny thing is about the original Buzzsaw Hordak, I thought it was stupid. It had a chest buzz thingamabobber that came a-buzzing out at you. And it was Buzzsaw Hordak and Thunder Punch He-Man and all this, and Skeletor Battle Damage, all that stuff, was my first introductions to kind of repackaging the same guy. Even though Transformers did it with a bunch of different Transformers, at least they looked different and were called something else. But Buzzsaw Hordak, which, get out of there.
Get out of there, Buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Yes, Kurt.
Stupid packaging. I don't get it. All right. I have no idea about the first Hordak because they did do another Hordak that wasn't Buzzsaw. This looks almost identical to the original toy. Does have a different comic book, which makes me excited that there is Mosquitor, which is a cool thing. All right, go ahead.
Daddy,
Huh?
are we opening Mosquitor?
We do not have Mosquitor, so no.
Can he fly?
He's kind of wizardry. He has some magic and some stuff like that.
Because I feel like
So,
if you have a cape, you should be able to
You're
fly.
supposed to pass it down, young lady.
Don't do that. Don't do what I did.
What was that?
Nothing.
Didn't see it. Does have another head sculpt, which I think is great, especially because it's smiling. That is normally a pretty, this is kind of the, what are you doing? I don't like that. Go on.
What are you doing?
Can I see the head?
Hold on. Now, the funny thing is that I mean, that kind of looks creepy.
Yeah, it looks good.
With the little head. So he also comes with one other hand. The very traditional, this is exactly like the vintage. Miss Rebecca noticed that, and then that was the other head. So Miss Rebecca, what's one thing you noticed?
That you can put the thing inside of his chest. Look at this. His boobs come down. And it goes in there.
Now.
It's supposed to
all right,
shoot out.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, which is about how it was. So if you pull the cape back, if you kill the cape, and it shoots out.
The saw
Again, a very, very wonky kind of version to this. I did not like the fact that he had saws come out of his chest. Now, the one thing about Hordak in the cartoon, he was blue. He was not gray. So this is action figure relevant and correct, not this is action figure, not cartoon relevant. And
Gotcha.
The one thing that I always thought the original toys missed is Hordak was kind of like a shapeshifter. Like he could turn his arm into a cannon, or he could turn himself into a rocket. He would make himself into some pretty weird things. And
Didn't he kidnap She-Ra?
He's the one that raised She-Ra.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he like kidnapped her and like.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I like him a lot.
You like him a lot. All right, Caden, what is one thing you noticed other than the buzzsaw?
That his cape can go up and down,
Okay.
even if the saws don't come out of his chest.
Right. Stella, what's one thing you noticed?
That his cape goes up and down.
Yeah. I will say that the cape looks a little weird.
Yeah.
But from the front, I wish it would stay up a little bit more than kind of being
Droopy.
mid-back. But,
Yeah.
you know, he looks good and he is what he is. Miss Rebecca, what are you giving?
I'm gonna give him a 7.
A 7. Caden, what are you going to give him?
A 9.
A 9.
Ooh.
Stella.
I'm going to have to give him an 8.
An 8. All right. Next up, we're going to keep the ball rolling. You're going to see how much I paid for this one. Found him at a toy shop in a mall today out on one of our out of town trips. Pretty cool. Trapjaw, one of the most iconic figures that there are in this. He's a cybernetic criminal. And can literally arm himself with any weapon that he needs. Back of it is pretty cool. It does show the old cool. Everybody wondered why he had a hook, like an eye but you'd set up a needle and he would slide down it, which was pretty cool.
So if he wants, he could have the sword that He-Man and Scareglow have.
He can't have the exact sword.
But he can have.
I can't remember if I think that's a duplicate.
I think
comic
so
book.
too.
He cannot. He can make a sword, but he can't make the exact sword because that sword has magical powers.
He can make it that one that looks like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that's cool.
Okay. Trapjaw looks pretty good. There you go, Stell.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then let's see. All right, we just get the normal 3 there. All right, Stell, pass it down to Miss Rebecca, please. Pass those down to Stella. He's one of the good ones. This was one of the best ones for as a kid to have. The face looks a little bit like it. The one thing they don't do is they don't have that Masters of the Universe plastic smell.
It's probably poisonous.
Well, probably. Maybe what's wrong with me.
I
But one of the cool things to do, I mean, when he was a kid, I mean, it was very, what's underneath his arm? Huh?
You said
His
when
boob?
he was a kid.
When I was a kid, okay?
Really?
Stella, what's one thing that you noticed?
That his robotic black arm spins in a whole circle.
Okay? Caden, what's one thing you noticed?
His mouth opens.
His mouth opens.
I like that.
Now, back in the day, that's about how far he opened. This one goes down, and that's a very, very cartoon thing. He always would kind of
He can smile at you.
not smile. He would try to chomp, and he would chomp at everything.
That's why his
Miss Rebecca, what's one thing you noticed?
I think his eyes look weird though.
They do look a little wonky. Now, just like the vintage, this does have belt hooks back here to where he can hold
thousands.
some of his... Uh-oh, I think I may have broke that one. Yeah. Get in there.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
Yay.
Okay. And I'm going to go with the one that was almost never lost was the gun because, well, it's the coolest. Now, something that's real cool about this figure is back in the day it could do that. Now look, it can articulate and it has joint articulation to where he can actually have it kind of cocked a little, and it goes full 90. Actually, it goes more than 90
That's
degrees.
neat.
But that is kind of cool that he does that. And there is the back of his hips. All right, Caden, what do you rank him? There's only one correct answer.
A 10.
Correct, Miss Rebecca.
A 10.
Stella.
A 10.5.
There is no 10.5, but I agree. That's definitely the best one that we've opened, I think, so far. But it may also be because he's one of my favorite characters.
I like his pincher.
I like the colors because they pop.
I've lost one.
They go back up.
You put him over there.
Where? Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah.
he's doing something.
What's he doing?
All right.
Fancy.
Next up,
Oh, I know what he does.
the probably hardest and most expensive Masters of the Universe figure to get complete. The cape and stuff by itself, several $100s. It's pretty ridiculous.
I think we did have one a long time ago.
At one point, I had every one of them, and at one point, we had them in the package, and we had every one of them. Well, we didn't have every one of them. I saw that picture the other day of what we had.
Yeah, I know.
There's some good stuff.
And I'd always play with the Skeletor castle.
You would play with He-Man's castle.
He-Man's castle.
Yep.
Green castle.
Yep.
If I did that, I'd play Princess in that if I was little. That's what I did.
Yeah, she played with a bunch of little stuff. All right. So this is Scareglow. Again, part of the Ninjor toy line. He looks almost identical. Looks awesome. We're going to shine him up in here in the light because you'll know what he did.
Glow.
He did. We're going to open our box. See, you can kind of tell right there that he is. So we're going to get this box ready.
Get him in his box.
We're going to get one more good shiny here.
Shiny, shiny.
And then you could see a little bit of him glowing. So see, girls, if you can
Peek in there.
you kind of peek in there and see him just a little bit glowing. See?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it's called Scareglow.
Because he glows.
Again, I have no recollection of Scareglow being in the cartoon. Kate can give him a look. Stella, there's the weapon. These were done. These actually came out, I believe, after the movie, the live-action movie. All right, pass it down, Kate. And when those figures came out, that movie pretty much ended everything with these.
Yeah.
And that's why they were short formers. My friend Keith and Jimmy Rager were the only kids I knew that owned Scareglow. And they own Ninjor for some unknown reason.
Because they were...
Same staff as the other ones. And it just kind of goes in
I like that stuff.
just like so.
It matches with his glow.
And just like every time else, it doesn't fit his hands. The cape on the original one was actual cloth. This is like a pleated kind of textured plasticky thing, which is pretty cool. All right. So Stella, what's one thing you noticed about Scareglow?
That his hips move like every other one of them.
Yeah, Kate.
Go in a full
What's
circle.
one thing you noticed? There's no way I'm gonna get all these to stand.
I like his little tattoos on his body.
That's supposed to be his bones.
Well, I like them.
Okay, Miss Rebecca.
I like the crack in his forehead.
Yeah, that's a good little. It's a good little detail. All right, Caden, what do you rank
Scareglow.
Scareglow?
A 9.
A 9. 9. He stands alone. Miss Kate or Stella, what do you rank Scareglow?
A 9.5.
9.5. Miss Rebecca.
A 10.
A 10. No,
Yeah, he's good.
he's still the best.
A 10.
All right, girls. We did 6 reviews in a pretty good long video. That's good, wasn't
Daddy.
it? What?
Can we rate all of them together and like put all of our thinkings about them together?
No, I think people that watch it can figure out
Okay.
what we did our scores with. That's a good idea maybe for next time, though, okay? When the video is not so long. All right. We were told that these things are probably not going to be in existence anytime
Yeah.
soon, so that stinks. We're on the hunt that we saw Triclops and Zodak
Yeah.
and...
Me. You were there. No.
maybe that was it. Maybe it was
I
just...
think those were the last.
no, we need Roboto, Triclops, and Zodak. Those were the other 3 that they had.
Yeah.
Does Triclops
But they were
have
at-
1 eye? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Does Triclops have 1 or 3 eyes?
We'll have to get him to find out. Lost my train of thought.
We needed those 3.
Those
They were
3.
there.
Yep. And they were there, but we paid a premium for these 2. Hopefully, Zodak will be found in a store.
We
He'll be a
need
shelf
Ram
one.
Man.
Ram Man is one, and I don't want the battle damaged Skeletor and He-Man. I won't get the other Hordak now that I have him.
Yeah.
Because I'm real sure the Horde's not coming out.
No.
So, which stinks. All right, what we say, kids?
Peace out, home skillets!